So me as a defender, if I am playing defense and Mark goes to go around me and I jump in front of them, I just block them. I didn't give him time, I didn't give him space, I didn't give him anything to react. I got to the space first. I mean, he got to the space first, so that would be a block. Right, now,
similar basketball.
Right, I'm playing defense, and I get to the space first, and he keeps coming. I got there. That was my space. I owned it. He decided he wanted it. It's so simple and it's so hard. But whoever gets to the space first owns it. If the defender gets there first, it should be a charge. And notice how I said should, because it's the hardest call for an umpire to make also. If the attacker gets there first, it's a block. Which 9 times out of 10 is what you get called. Those poor defenders we're trying, that's another point of emphasis we had, that we're trying really, 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 really to recognize that a charge, that the attack is not perfect, that they do take space away. So you have two different fouls, because the first we could have this body to stick or the block charge, but they happen almost at the same time. Another thing I want to talk about when we talk about checking, this person's playing good defense, just play defense, their sticker's up, you're D. All right, I have the ball, I'm cradling, and I go to pass. Was that a check? Great defensive play. Do not be screaming, Shane Tactor. She didn't. I was stupid enough to shoot right where their stick was. And they were good enough to come up and block me. Definition of a check is very simple. I have to have my stick, I have to come down. This action is not happening, I am not checking. Good. Yeah. Because he was there already. We met. My stick went forward, his stick went forward. Right. He didn't check, though. He didn't have, his hands weren't apart. He didn't come down and break. Like, obviously, if I'm here and now he comes, that's a check. You can tell the difference. But if I'm already in my forward motion, that's the fact that they got their stick in the way, which is a good thing. That's what we teach them.
A lot of coaches just react to hearing that sound.
Right, and they think it's a check. Another thing they cannot do in the youth level, have the ball, shoot it. That. Got to do it with two hands. All right? I can't stick up one. Also, for that 3-second rule, good defense, I have to have two hands on my stick. It wouldn't be a penalty. We probably wouldn't call anything, or we would call a major foul for, dangerous use of the stick or whatever. Correct. Right. You should always teach them to block with two hands. All right? Really, this one hand. And they're not strong enough, because they're going to come in and hurt somebody if they start playing with one hand. They didn't have one hand on the stick. What we're telling you for that 3-second rule, you can run, and because you're going to play defense with one hand in your stick. You're gonna, but for the youth purposes, for that 3-second good defensive rule, if I'm playing defense here, and I have one hand, and that 3-second call is not happening. Good defense, yes. You're blocking lanes, yes, but you're not going to get the call, right? If I'm out here and I have one hand and they shoot, right, and the ball hits my stick, good play. What we don't want you to do is coming towards somebody with one hand on the stick, because now we get dangerous. We get no control. If I'm playing and I'm making myself wide and they happen to throw and they hit my stick, that's a good call. That's a good play. What I was talking about is I don't want you teaching them to come towards with one hand on the stick. Have them keep the two hands on it. Just because they're younger and their wrists just aren't developed enough that they're not strong enough.
But in offense, a lot of times girls will
right.
be able to run faster.
Yes.
Book like this.
They go like this.
But you can't do this.
Right.
When you start to get close to somebody, you can't ward off. As soon as somebody starts getting close.
All right. I only have a few more minutes. No, sticks are up here. I'm good. When I become foul into the personal space, I'm not good. I come into the bubble. Right. I can't. I'm not allowed in that bubble. So if I'm playing defense and I'm real short, I'm going to have a problem because I'm going to be in that bubble. I'm real tall. I'm not going to have too much of a problem. Hence, make your defenders tall. I don't know. Now, I just have to do a couple more league things, and then Kim wants to get going, and I have to go home and prepare for my class. Sportsmanship card. We had those blue cards. You all should have gotten them from last year. We're going to get you new ones, I think, for this year. Basically, all that is that you're going to have somebody at your game that's going to be a game manager, and they are going to be there to kind of keep control of the sideline. All right? Each team needs one for each and every game. We used to do it for soccer. We did the poor snack lady. She was always our game manager. You probably either you want to give it to the biggest person with the biggest mouth, because then they read it and go, "Oh, I can't say anything today," because I'm the guy, or the little meekest person. However you guys want to do it. And basically, they just come. They meet with the referees at the beginning. Referees are going to check. The umpires are going to check to see if you have your level 1 certification for FC, your level 1 certification for 7th and 8th grade, all 7th and 8th grade games, on your U.S. Lacrosse card that you're going to carry around. And they're going to see if you have your 2 sportsmanship people. And then you're going to pay them before the game. So much nicer. Life becomes so much better if you pay them before the game. Voucher them, do whatever. So it doesn't look like after the game you're paying somebody off. All right? So that's what you're going to do before every pregame. So get there on time. Get things done. Do your sportsmanship. I do have... If this is a foreign-looking thing to you, I'm sorry, you're in the wrong room. This is a U.S. Lacrosse Women's Rule Book. I have some here for sale for $5. Convention price was $6. I think online there's $7, and you got to pay shipping. So $5 is a pretty good deal. You should all have one. Even if you have one, maybe 2. Give one to your assistant coach. Put one in your bag. Keep one in your car. Keep one in your bathroom. Wherever. Wherever you do your reading. Read it. Get familiar with it. Learn the terms. Because when we say stuff as officials, nothing's worse than when I say something and you look at me like I have 6 heads like, what the hell is she talking about? What I say comes right out of this rule book, usually word for word. I've memorized it. It's been enough years. You should get them when you get your coaches, but I'm just saying, though, like, you haven't gotten it yet. I have them now. If you really want to get ahead of the game and read it, not 2 seconds before you walk on the field. I don't know how to do with the coaches. They did mail them to us as umpires. All right, I want to. That's a league thing. We're going to have to find out from Tucker where they are. You should have yours from last year. Yeah, I know. Sure. All fouls inside the 8 meters should be a flag, but level umpire, don't wait. It's an 8-meter shot. The only time we call it immediately if it's a free space to goal. That's immediate. That's what we call immediate. Right. All the other fouls are hold. Right. Well, after the shot, we're not going to call it. Or if it's a shot, we're not calling it. Talk about the yellow flag. Right. We hold. Right. Kim, are you going to go over picks?
I could.
All right. You know how to do. Ginny's here, right? Yeah. So if Kim's going to go over picks, she'll show you illegal versus legal. They do it pretty well because she really wants to get going. So if you have any other questions, I'll be over there. I have the rule books, and thank you.
I also want to say, when you register at Lacrosse Magazine, you will receive one of those. So hopefully, once you remember it. Thank you so much, Lauren Preston. You're awesome.